Let's go. What's up, champ? How you doing?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Damn, man, calm down.
I want to say thanks. You're really good. You really hooked me up.
Thanks. Why did your voices change all of a sudden? We're almost there, by the way.
Chadlick.
We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime. Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we gotta get past. An obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyways?
He's sadistic.
You may be right, criminal guy. Motive, huh? Anyways, we're still badly in need of information. Information, right. What we need, the most important info is about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie.
Mr. Foss, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago.
Okay, I trust you.
Oh, he got all serious. Look at him.
That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me everything.
It reminds me everything. Good talk.
Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago.
He's really caveman now.
Like it could fall apart any minute.
So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Huh. Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart any minute, with all your constant voice changing.
It's true, I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Harthorne.
Your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you just say Hawthorne? The victim's last name.
Dahlia Harthorne, Valerie's little sister.
What? Are you serious? The girl, let her go. Shut up. Well, that's you,
Come
yeah.
closer, and I kill her.
Sorry, but you're not gonna get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it.
Wrong. No protect sister. Valerie betrayed me. Betray us!
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping, too.
A make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia, my girlfriend. My love. My teen angel.
Ugh, did you actually say my teen angel? Cringe.
I'd do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Anything Dahlia says. Oh, hold on a minute. What are you saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yes, me and Dahlia. It was her thing, and Valerie too.
Valerie was in on it?
Dahlia's family's rich. Jewelry business. We got one jewel. That's all we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote a kidnap note we sent to her dad. Ask for $2 million diamond. Tell me make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer cause she's new detective.
Having a police detective in your pocket's a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting that 2 million 3 ways, huh?
Yeah, but that woman.
That woman, Valerie. She did it for real.
She shoot at me, for real. Me and Dahlia.
Bang.
Ah.
I was shot
In the arm, Dahlia. She jumped in the river.
Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
Couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Woke up with police all over.
And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence.
I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. That man. Oh wait,
Oh,
no,
Valerie.
that's Valerie.
That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below.
These 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why
Why did she lie? That's all I want to know.
So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself.
Yes, but I forgot about what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer from her mouth. That's all.
So that's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, zebra boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it?
I don't know.
Huh? You don't know?
No, really. I don't know. It's gone with Dahlia.
With Dahlia?
That day, on that bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone, with Dahlia gone forever. Into Eagle River.
It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can come back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne?
Never found her, my sweet Dahlia.
They never found her.
Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia, my teen angel.
Your teen angel, huh? How old was she anyways?
I was 14.
14? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth 2 mil. Man, oh man, angels these days, am I right? Falls takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel? Or is she really a psychopath? It's time, Ken.
She really fucking crazy.
Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. diamond. The train wheels come off now, Mia. You gotta strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. Back to the courtroom. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanted to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason could a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? Certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer. Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course. I think. You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Mr. Armando. Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is a mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge?
Poppy's running right through me. Keep the smile.
Of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. I like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why. I at least want you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. Looks like this witness is a real professional. Well, what do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say. Let's see what you have to say, huh? I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I'd never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl, I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kid. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Somehow, I have to tie her to this case. Okay, let's do this. I was out of the country till the year before last. Start pressing. We still have 2 HP? Fuck. For some reason, I thought we'd be back to full health.
We never mentally destroyed anyone. And this is the past.
Okay, first let's save before we do any pressing. Just because we're down 2 HP. Alright, I was out of the country until the year before last. And I don't think it's worth pressing.
No.
Unless you think it's worth pressing.
Nah.
Till I entered college, I've never been to Eagle Mountain before. If we have the proof, we could show it, but I don't think we have anything.
No.
I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Yeah, we don't have anything for that either. Yet. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago? Or kidnapping a poor girl, I just think the defendant's too terrible, horrible monster. Okay, so the only clue we have...
We could try pressing that one first.
The grudge?
Yeah.
A grudge? Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Yes, and that's precisely why he harbors such deep anger against her. so much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Huh? Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client. He forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. Oh, she's right about that. Mr. Fall is kind of forgetful. I think we can press, right? You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without identification, right? Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification. Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me. That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Fall's reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? Add it?
Yeah.
Add it. Your Honor, what the witness just said is now tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony, please. The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why. Enough. Witness, if you would. My pleasure, Mr. Judge. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
You were.
But you were. Press or evidence?
Evidence that scarf.
The
scarf itself.
Right here, right?
Probably.
Or just the scarf
itself? Either that
itself?
or the scarf itself.
But how do we connect that to her?
I mean, it says at the time of the incident.
But how do we connect that to her?
I mean, why would she be on the bridge if she wasn't wearing the scarf?
But she's trying to say she wasn't on the bridge. She's trying to deny that that's her. Let's see, what about that victim? Wait a minute. How do you know that it's a white scarf? How did you know
it
that
says
was...
wear white scarf.
I know, but how did she know that it was supposed to be white?
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
probably don't present the victim's note first.
Okay. Press first?
Try giving a press, but I'm pretty sure it's the scarf. Do it.
What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now. Everyone's wearing scarves. If I accidentally wore a white scarf like you said, then you yourself might have been killed. That would have been a terrible loss for this world. Looks like you pressed too hard this time, kid. Mr. Armando, keep looking around you and you're gonna lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk.
So it must be, talking about the white scarf part.
Alright. Present the scarf, huh?
Give it a go.
We
or
got
save.
him. First we save, then we got him. Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification. You're talking about this scarf right here, eh? Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing. I've got her now, just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you state the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Whoa, white? This is the scarf you identify as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me! Oh. Well, it was foggy that day and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is...
The note!
The note! The note! Witness, have you ever seen this note? No, no, never. It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have. I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. Fall's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear a white scarf for identification. White scarf? Ah! Witness, you knew what this note said! And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster? No! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one more person?
I said 5 more persons.
That's right. A person that no one will ever suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. The third person that knew the contents of this note was... Pew!
You.
Pew!
Deceased.
Deceased.
They were dead.
And that person is... Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There's her name, right there. What's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne?
Sounds evil.
Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. I'm a spirit medium. That's what I do.
Yeah.
The dead?
That's a good idea.
Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off the Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago.
She can't legally be alive.
As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she was still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are.
I said I was 20.
Even you couldn't... Miss Faye, you're not saying... But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago, now as a ghost. This girl's in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? What? Ah, nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all these loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyways? I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No way, but then why? If he hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Woo.
Wow.
But I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see. Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute! For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let's take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason could this witness have for wanting to kill her beloved sister? Well, you see... I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turning around on me. I think you may need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. That wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. Well, I am sweating bullets. You think you're in from a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth, how charming. It's coming from someone younger than me. Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne?
Either the note or the diamond. What does the note say?
Definitely the diamond, Shane. It's most likely the diamond.
But, well,
it could be the note too, yeah. Well,
I think it's too early to bring the diamond.
Really?
What does the note say? Farther bridge, talk to Dahlia, tell her that... Talk to Dahlia?
But the note was found regardless of the murder. So it's not like she was gonna be able to hide it. But I can see why you're saying it's the note. It just sounds like it's leading us into the diamond, but...
Yeah. But you know how this game works, you need to go through every layer.
Alright.
But
so
I would save first. Always doubt.
I can't save, Shane.
Oh. Go with the note. It's not that much to repeat, right?
I don't know. We'll see. Alright. The note. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister? Take this note. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things. Such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, eh, Dahlia? But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. False. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe that after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor. As you heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We still got that info. That ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. I do anything she says.
She's anything Dahlia's different voice.
What did you say? That the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by you guys?
Yeah, me and Dahlia and Valerie too.
Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's our secret. Let's go. Alright, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. Alright, this is actually kind of important. I think we should press it.
Alright.
Did you and Mr. Foss have a relationship? No, yes, as a tutor. You were tutoring him? Mr. Foss? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Foss came to the house and tutored me.
Really?
That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. He probably came up with a kidnapping plan during that time. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite a clever fellow, that Mr. Foss. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Foss a clever fellow? The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. Alright. I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. A $2 million pint of milk? I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister, Valerie, make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make this exchange up there on that mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety. What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right. It was all your plan. Anyways, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and... after she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That was a dangerous thing to do considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but... actually, that saved my life. What do you mean?
He got shot.
You see, Mr. Foss was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow, I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. Huh? That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. So Mr. Foss tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, when Mr. Foss was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try to run away, but Mr. Foss turned to grab me as well.
Wait, to turn and run away off the bridge?
Off the bridge. Dahlia really thinks that you can run across this bridge, Shane. It's the second time she's mentioned it.
Yeah.
As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second and gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. But bloodthirsty grin? Ooh. And next instant... ah! I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Then just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. I survived. I was afraid I might get kidnapped again for my family's money. Sure. And that's why you hid your identity? Yes, I only told my sister. Valerie Hawthorne, eh? Yes, she's the only one who knew about me. Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years. I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. That's the last one, might as well. And that new identity was Melissa Foster, right? Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of. That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all the paperwork would have been impossible. She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I could have killed her? There's no way I could. Still, the moment of truth for this witness too. Once the truth about the staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is. I just gotta prove that kidnapping was a hoax. Alright. We pressed everything. We got a diamond for evidence. Where do we attack?
Look at the map again.
The map?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you thinking?
Had to be staged. They only could come from one way. So they got chased up there?
No, nobody chased any. They didn't do any chasing or kidnapping for the stage heist. I don't think the map had anything to do with this. Unless you're
I guess let's look over each of the statements again, because we pretty much learned nothing from pressing.
Yeah, I think it's the diamond, but we have to use it somewhere. She was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. Ransom price for the raw diamond.
Yeah.
I just made the exchange. Shot Mr. Falls in the arm. Yeah, that's what he said too.
Yeah.
That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me.
To kill me.
This is where it's a little fishy.
From behind.
Survived and then afraid. Change my daddy. I don't think these last two is important.
No.
So we can push this again and see if there's anything new.
Yeah.
What happened? Shalaran let go of me?
Rena's right arm's the one holding the knife, but yeah, you're not gonna hold on.
Turn to Farron, turn to grab me, bloodthirsty grin, and then the next instant he pushed her off. That's what she says.
Yeah.
Okay, but we have to prove that it's a heist. That's the ultimate goal.
Or stage.
Yeah, stage. Never forget that day. That was it. Okay, so that didn't help with the stage part. So Frey might be kidnapped again. Okay. Mr. shot Mr. Falls in the arm. We have to prove that this was staged. Let's try talking about the diamond again. They were $2 million, that's right.
Yeah,
still uncut. Big.
That.
Make the exchange. Individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgewater, why do you think you want to make exchange on the mountain? It's on the hard escape, yep. Police involvement, yep. One entrance. Valley brought the diamond to mountain and let's make the exchange.
I mean, there's only one entrance, and then the guy would have to get past them, right? That makes no sense, since they would be on the bridge with no escape anyway, even after the exchange.
Okay, but where are you going with this though?
Because all of them had to go one way after they made the exchange. How is he gonna leave? Just walk past her again? Or them again?
Are you saying that? Are you saying that it doesn't make sense for them to make this exchange on the bridge if it was a real kidnapping?
Yeah, because otherwise he would have to just go past her again. Because he couldn't go the other way.
True, so you're saying that's why it's more staged, because it wouldn't make any logical sense for a real kidnapping to be in this situation.
Yeah, because he would want to get away. Is he gonna go past the woman with the gun then?
Yes, okay, I see what you're trying to say here. Now, what statement do we attack with? Brought it to the bridge.
me to exchange that one? He tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind.
Try to kill me, Deshaun. Brought it to the bridge.
I think it's that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Hmm.
We don't really have too much else to go off other than...
And then we use the map, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Save, of course.
Safe, of course. Alright. Let's try it. Map. Wow. You're a genius, Shane. You say that Mr. Foss pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Foss. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible. Impossible? I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. Almost certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible.
You wouldn't just be legally dead.
Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then.
Global warming.
But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Ugh.
Hey, it's the first time we made that face.
Yep. You're right. If the events occurred just so as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
Umu.
You see, just a moment, Your Honor. It is true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Foss panicked.
Your gorilla threw her forward.
Yep. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edwards' explanation correct?
Yes?
Now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious! Order in the court! It seemed his face saw finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. There's no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What?
Admitting assault in court, you monster.
I believe your reasoning was something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Foss panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Oh shit.
Look at pictures.
Look at pictures.
Witness photo?
Look at all these side
No,
protections.
those are very fucking high.
Those are very high side protections, you know?
Yeah. But she
Alright.
could have fell through. She's a 14-year-old idiot.
You're right. But we have to sell it.
Yeah, it's selling it.
Take that. Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend out to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible.
Donkey Kong tossed her.
He Donkey Kong toss. That's Edgeworth's next argument, Shane. It will be impossible to push someone off from there. No. But what about the donkey toss? Let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. The Donkey Kong toss. Wires like that wouldn't be a problem for him. The Donkey Kong toss. He could have easily picked up the 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. The Donkey Kong toss.
With one arm.
With one arm. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Foss had been shot in the right arm. You idiot. One arm on Donkey Kong toss. Ah.
He really used his hip.
And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had a gun trained on him at point blank range.
Never underestimate retard strength.
God, Shane. So, Mr. Frost throwing the witness off the bridge? That's clearly impossible. Gah. Order, order. Well, what is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne? You jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Indeed. What do you mean such a ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had a gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she wanted to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. Finally, the diamond.
There you
We're
go.
finally here.
Wrong.
Wrong. Game over. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million? She was going to keep it all to herself.
Hide with that much money is dangerous.
She forced Mr. Foss to help her fake the kidnapping. Bang.
One simple edit and it had been a tragedy.
At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river. With the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why, that's simply ridiculous. Order. Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
They both took advantage of Terry's room temperature IQ and bullied him.
Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. this is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that?
When he got shot, he said, "Something bit me," and then she jumped in the river.
Yep. On the day of the murder, after receiving a phone call from Mr. Foss, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill two birds with one stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnappings would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Well, who is that laughing at a time like this? Forgive me, it's just hilarious. What, witness? Is that you? You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. Huh? You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that. Well, Miss Fey, I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something?
Rude.
How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I'm forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl's may have fooled me and there's nothing I can do about it. Without evidence, the trial's over. Who decided that?
The judge.
The judge? Well, Mr. Armando. Come on now, kid. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Foss' stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes?
The time.
What?
Nothing, Harry.
It's time for Shane to make his appearance. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that can share any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne. Or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia, disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Falls, aka the Donkey Kong Man. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. This is my last chance, Mr. False. My last chance to establish Dollars' guilt. You're all I have left. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes?
I don't believe it. No way. Oh, wait.
Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me, dude.
Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive. And you were used for $2 million. You're an expensive prostitute.
That's not true.
Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
Dahlia, did you betray me?
5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia? It's true. It's true, you are alive.
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth, the real truth. I believe in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia.
I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness? Well, damn, Shane, you're scary.
Please, water.
Hmm?
Can't talk. Need water.
Oh, well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. What did you see?
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge.
I watched my car from the bridge. I never put my whole body in there.
Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie.
Not my Dahlia.
What the fuck? You're coming for her! Do you think she was doing something? That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you want to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think.
Ooh.
Oof. When Godot's not sure, it's hard. It's difficult. Alright, that day, 4 p.m. Stop the car. It's in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I wait on bridge. Watch my car from the bridge. Never put no body in that car.
Watched my car from the bridge.
Finally, one woman came. She stood front of you?
Witness photo?
Wait a second. She stood front of you? Has the picture been taken from the wrong angle this whole time?
Wait, in the... No, they said it was... There's no other place where that cliff could be.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But it's so weird.
He watched his car.
He said he watched his car, so if he was standing there, then he wouldn't be watching his car.
Yeah.
Has the picture been inverted?
Is it my actual inverted photo theory from many years ago?
So, I was thinking that the camera was somewhere else, but you're right. There's no...
It's on the left.
What if the camera was not on the bottom of the cliff, but on the top where the car was? On the side of the car?
Yeah, that upper left green
Yeah,
patch.
and then and then the cliff was actually on the right side. Wait, but that still doesn't make sense from that angle, because it still would... Where was this photo taken then?
I mean, it was... I think it's just the timeline that's fucked up. He's hovering wrong.
Oh, no. Okay, so yeah. What if...
And I watched my car.
So what if he was standing on the right side and the camera took... And then the camera was somewhere else and then she inverted the photo so that... Something very... There's something here. There's something here. Just gonna...
Look back at the witness photo again. But that way it looks like he's meeting her regardless. He said he waited, and then she stood in front of him.
Yeah, but if that's the story, wouldn't he be on the right side?
But the cliff is right there. He would still be at the entrance of it.
I know, but he said that he waited for her, so wouldn't that mean he would be where she's standing?
Yeah, but that cliff doesn't... That means he's still at the entrance, but she somehow was in the middle. Or came from the other side, supposedly.
Okay, you can't see my mouse, so I can't... I'm thinking the camera wasn't taken where she says she was, but on the other side of that cliff. So that the rock would be on the right side of the camera.
But that's where it's broken.
But that's where it's broken. No, damn. It's hard to... Okay, so let me try to see. Let me get this straight. Right. If he was there... Okay, so... picture where the camera was when they said it, right?
Yeah.
Now, you see how there's a big wall in front? Big cliff in front? What if instead of on that side of the cliff, she was on the other side where the car is? And then she would put the camera like there, around there, so that the cliff would be on the right side of the camera. And then I think I'm just thinking too much on this. I'm overthinking this.
I think it is something with the witness photo, though.
Yes.
It's just weird.
I'm pretty sure if we present the witness photo, it will bleed into the proper explanation.
Yeah.
Anyways, like, one woman came in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not my daughter.
Alright.
I watched
my car from the bridge.
There's nobody in that car. Yep. Only one woman came in front of me. So...
I think maybe the photo on when he watched.
Stopped the car, I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. You think this is a statement or this is a statement?
I think that one.
This one?
I watched my car from the bridge.
Because in that photo, he's not facing his car, so something's wrong with that photo, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, so we present it here.
Yeah.
I mean, we know what we're trying to do. I mean, this might be one of those moments where the game is like, you're technically wrong, even though we know what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Witness photo on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge? You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying.
Huh? What?
Oh no, he's breaking down.
I mean, he's always breaking down.
Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Oh, so the photo wasn't faked. So, obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did.
Exactly.
Mr. Falls? Please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
Got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place.
Did you go to this special place just before you went to the bridge?
Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She bought a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
5 years ago, I hid under a base of tree there. It's a special memory for me. This is what I wanted to get. Went to get.
This little bottle on a necklace is your memento? It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximate 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls?
That's enough, please.
What, witness?
I promised her 5 years ago. But if it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle.
No, stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess.
I was stupid, couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No, we were so close. Just a little more. I was gonna prove your innocence.
No, don't want that. Don't trust this stuff. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Falls.
Mr. Amando. Thanks for the coffee.
What a polite guy right before he dies. Mr. Falls!
Bleh.
And so my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. Except Edgeworth, he won.
I
Look at
won.
him, he's celebrating over there.
Confetti. Oh wait, no, that's for not guilty.
I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought I'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne. She left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Unforgivable, that witch. But Mr. Armando, we were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Foss killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're gonna make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew it wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Ooh, it's jazz music, baby. Comfort music. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Oh, damn. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. But Mr. Armando...
And then the shards went into his eyes.
No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. One year later, in this very same courthouse, I, myself, got wrapped up in that case. Only after that did Dolly Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was
Guilty.
guilty. Of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Maya's been accused of murder yet again. Alright, Shane. We're saving the Maya murder accusation for the very end. Damn. Bridge to the turnabout.
Is it Maya murder again? That
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Maya stuff.
Wouldn't it be wild if somehow Maya got dragged into this storyline of an accused murder? Maya poisoned this person with the same bottle. Crazy.
Wild.
Also, that was a fast case. Damn. It's good though.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Next time, case 5. I definitely thought we would be on case 4 way longer. But hey, you know what? A short and sweet one's not bad.
It's all good.